CFR Network, CFR News. Let's take a look into John McAfee, the life and times, and his unfortunate demise, it would seem. Born into a military familia, and strangely enough, born in Cinderford, Gloucester, here in the old sunny UK, mainly raised in, I think, Virginia or something like that. And we fast forward until his entrepreneurship and involvement into this booming technological world and realm regarding technology and computers, now tablets and mobile phones. At the height of this guy's accomplishments, Mr. John McAfee, he had $100 million. So he was, pretty successful. He was doing his thing. Major company, with McAfee software installed on multiple devices in the early period of time. He was really, he had, I can't even think off the top of my head, but you didn't have too many competitors in regards to anti-software, real good quality stuff. I've never personally used McAfee. I think I've actually maybe once or twice. Found it quite. I found the interface to be quite strange. But outside of that, he then got disillusioned with, obviously, him become more of a conglomerate, and found that the company which he founded and created has gone a little bit strange. And at one point, he suggested that all of the users who have such software uninstall it. So get rid of the antivirus software, sorry, because there was some kind of backdoors and all sorts of stuff, which, at that time, all of this kind of technology, the hacking thing and all that kind of stuff, from backdoors to software, it wasn't really a spoken about topic. But, we can fast forward now and understand and overstand that it's a very important topic in regards to especially apps and how backdoors are built into them, etc., and the gathering of data. So yeah, 2007, this guy had $100 million. Obviously before the financial crash of 2008. So he lost a lot of that. He's been dipping his toes into all kinds of bits and pieces. One of the most recent things he did was the cryptocurrency. He was really pushing a couple different alternatives to Bitcoin, etc. Let's also delve into his proclivity for younger women. He was with, I think he actually married her in the end, didn't he? A 17-year-old, she Belizean young lady, teenager at the time, obviously, and this dude died at the age, was murdered. He would appear at the age of 76. He definitely had a proclivity for the old younger type. Can't really get that mentality. It's a strange thing. And this is where the polarities, and not the polarities, even the similarities between Mr. McAfee and the old Jeffrey Epstein, because it would appear that Mr. McAfee has met the same fate as Mr. Epstein, and he's been suicided because you can go onto his Twitter, and there is numerous tweets of him saying how he would never commit suicide, and if he did, you know, I think quote, oh well, like to say like, yeah, I'm not committing suicide. I got no reason. I'm loving life. I'm doing my thing. You know, it's strange. It smells rotten. Something it's gone well past its sell by date. Something smells. One and one does not equal 99. It equals two. Okay. Someone in this eccentric maverick, I guess you might even describe him as. How is he? How or why would he be in a Barcelona prison? And then thinks to himself, you know what? I'm gonna, you know, I'm just gonna kill myself. He's been hiding out in Belize. He had a compound there. Let's rewind a bit of time. Um, he was arrested multiple times. He's been arrested in Belize multiple times. Once in Dominican Republic as well. Fire alarm related stuff. The Belizean thing, where his neighbor was murdered. And he did have a dispute with the neighbor regarding dogs barking and all that kind of stuff on his compound. Um, Arrested, questioned obviously, and he hasn't spent any time in prison in regards to a conviction. So, and I think he went on the old Alex Jones. And he did, yeah, he's been on there a few times. I think he did at least 2 to 3 interviews. And I'm sure Jones, he asked him if, what happened with this stuff. And his explanation was whether this is paranoia, uh, you know, whether this is just a ploy, but he's saying that the government have been after him for a while and all this kind of stuff. And, not even just governments. Other people. He said there's been attempts made on his life, and people think he's got all this money from crypto and all of the money from the McAfee thing and all that kind of stuff. And people are trying to, extort him and all this and murder him in essence. So he's saying that obviously, there's not too many less melanated citizens in Belize. They stick out like sore thumbs. So his explanation is that his neighbor was killed on accident because they thought that was him, which could hold some weight, could definitely hold some weight. um it just stinks, man. It stinks. I'm sure he also ran for um presidential something at some point. Was it '08 or something? Was it pre-Obama maybe or something like that around that time? um yeah, man, this dude is interesting as hell. Don't agree with all of this madness that he's been getting up to, especially with the teenage girl thing. I mean, well, look, at least he's 17. We don't know if he's delving any, if he did delve any lower than that. Um, it's very questionable, that behavior is. But yeah, um, on the run from the U.S. government for, well, not the U.S. government. The U.S. government out of the arm, but the organization pushing it, the privatized IRS, Internal Revenue Service, for back taxes, for taxes not paid, and that's why he's been on the run. And then all of a sudden, he's in Barcelona, locked up for some reason. And as per this headline, BBC News, John McAfee, antivirus creator, found dead in a prison cell. Um, Antivirus software entrepreneur has been found dead in a Barcelona prison cell hours after a Spanish court agreed to extradite him to the US for tax evasion charges. You know, like, and I would imagine that's like federal stuff, isn't it? But based upon all the money and all that. Um, McAfee McAfee virus scan helped spark a multi-million-dollar industry in computer worlds, and eventually sold to a tech giant Intel for more than 7.6 billion. Like, this is just silly money, you know. What do you believe? Do you believe that he said, "I'm not going back to America. I'm not spending no time in no feds, no 20, 30, however much time he was facing, and he's old as well. I'm just going to end my life." He could have, that is definitely an option. That is definitely an option. That's what, but I don't think he did, man. I really don't think he did. This is fishy, very fishy. Um, do give your thoughts, man. What do you think? Did he was he suicided, or did he do this himself? That is the question. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, to subscribe, man. Like, share, and all those things.